recording it two ways. So hopefully I'll post it up to our team website, information website, uh, and when it's all over with. But I just wanted to let you know that, so if there was anything you didn't want to say on a recording, you could make that decision yourself. Uh, but for that, I'm going to go ahead and just let you hold the call. We appreciate you being here, and I don't want to hold you all night. So, uh, anything you'd like to say, and then there's probably a few of them out there that's got some questions, if you don't mind answering.
Sure, no, I don't mind at all, and thank you for that introduction. I appreciate it. Okay, so actually, Mike and I just met really recently. We've been connected up with IBO Toolbox, and again, my name is Deborah, and I work for a completely different company. It's called ComF5, and we actually produce mobile apps for different businesses. And I don't know what levels you guys are at or what business you have, but mobile being mobile for any business is absolutely crucial at this time and stage of the game. For starters, Google has, that's a big search engine, and Google has changed their search engine so that if your business is not mobile, it is now being moved down on the search engine pages. I don't know if anyone knows anything about search engine pages, but if you type in a name of something like a good restaurant or Italian restaurant in your local area, um, if it's not mobile, if the Italian restaurant is not mobile, it will not show on that first page unless there's a limited number of Italian restaurants in your hometown. So mobile is absolutely crucial. Now, what's happening is people are not really understanding the difference between a mobile website and a mobile app. They're two different things. They're both very important. Of course, it's great to have your website that is mobile ready, but a mobile app is something that resides on the smartphone, and it's an opening door directly to the consumer. Or if you're B2B, then it's directly to the business. Most of the businesses out there, I'm assuming, are B2C, and they want to reach out directly to the consumer. It's not the same thing as getting a text. A text message is SMS message is just sending a text message, which is can be pretty intrusive, and a lot of times if you've seen them maybe from a bank or from somebody else that you're getting information from, they'll send it as a text message, and your phone can either charge you for it per text, or they can get a charge for the text. With a mobile app, it's completely different um, animal, so to speak. You go out there, and that mobile app is on the phone, but your messages that are being sent out are not sent out as a text, it's sent out as a message. So the company I work with is very heavy into figuring out how this is done, and how to make businesses market and um, become very successful in marketing directly to people. I encourage anyone who's, if you've got it with Stiforp, definitely go ahead and find out how you can market the mobile apps to your whatever it is, whether it's in your business. If you have a business, you should definitely get a mobile app, but only if your business, um, there's kind of a fine line there. If your business has something that is um, has something to offer to consumers, whether it's a restaurant or if you're a lawyer. I don't know. I didn't really catch the backgrounds of everybody here, Mike, so I'm not sure what kind of uh, businesses they have. Maybe you can
It it
let
it
me know.
it varies from most everybody is in some one thing or another, but almost all of them have been involved in network marketing. We've got a writer here on the call tonight. We've got a real estate broker on the line tonight. We've got a preacher on the line tonight. And we've got Dave. I think is primarily in lawn care right now. Isn't that right, Dave? David.
No, I'm a green industry professional. I'm
Okay.
just not in lawn care.
Okay.
All
My
right.
mistake there.
What is a green industry professional?
That's ever what I do. I'm arborist. I do air layering on trees, transfer. I make other trees out of existing trees. Uh, plant. I do hardscapes, landscape lighting. Uh,
Okay, so you work with your hands and you work with the landscape. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if because some people say they're in the green industry and they're talking about something completely different. But okay, so landscaping, that's awesome. Well, actually, I would say for just about all of the people that are on here, those are definitely great industries for having a mobile app. The real estate agent, you can use your mobile app to actually market directly to consumers and show them things like videos. Of course, I'm sure you're aware that videos are very important for the real estate agent, but you can offer them through the mobile app. You can offer ideas for updating people on things like what uh, what to what to be aware of when you're going to move. What are some of the key points that you want to know when you're going to move? And for a writer, the same thing. I mean, you can do things with a mobile app for as a writer that will provide information directly to consumers. With landscaping, definitely, any of the information that you've got that would help people with improving their landscape. See, one of the things that's great about the mobile app is that you can use it to provide tips and information. And the same thing with a preacher. We actually have mobile apps we've developed. And if you want to look and see any of our mobile apps, all you have to do is go and search on either the Google or the um, Apple stores for a company called COM F5. That's COMF as in Frank, the number 5, and you will see the mobile apps that we have developed already. Each one is done specifically for the business, whatever business it is. And we've actually also released a mobile app specifically for people who are doing network marketing. So, for example, Mike, with your network marketing, if you wanted to, let's say you decided that you were coaching people, you can do that through your mobile app. And that would be in terms of sending them a daily or a weekly message to inspire them to go and make more phone calls. So anything you can imagine that you would be able to do as a preacher, if you've got a congregation, by all means get a mobile app and reach out to your congregants and directly inspire them by giving them a Bible verse of the day. And especially for the young people that are going to church, what a great way to encourage them to come to church more often and to be in communication with you and keep them away from drugs and the wrong people. So the mobile apps are here to stay. They're very powerful, and they can inspire anyone and help anyone in any business to market themselves and also to communicate more closely with their current customers or current congregation, and also to increase the congregants and increase your customer base. Does anyone have any questions?
Speak up now. You might not ever get such a great opportunity as we have right now. So,
Deborah, I was wondering, for network marketers, do you have specific plans for specific businesses, or is it just pretty much generic, or is it just for everybody in general?
We develop the apps specific to whoever needs the app. So, for example, if it's a restaurant, it will specifically be for the restaurant. If it's a network marketer, depending upon what type of marketing they're doing, whether it's for their own business, like if Stiforp didn't have their mobile app, we would develop something for them, or if it was somebody who was networking with different types of businesses, we have that available. and it would be geared towards whatever you want it to be.
Great. What's your price point?
Price points vary. What I would encourage you to do is to go to, because there's so many different variations on there, you can go to www.go2mobilepro. It's Go, the number 2, mobile, MOBILE, pro, PRO.com.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If that link doesn't work for you, I'll text it over to Mike and he can give it to you. Any other questions? You know, I don't know the person who was just asking me that question, what kind of a industry you're in.
Well, I'm doing. This is Reverend Dave. I'm doing Stiforp as usual, like everybody else. I'm also a member of the mobile thing, but I'm always looking to find out what other people are thinking and what other people are doing. I want to stretch out and see if we can balance things out. I realize not everybody has all the answers, and that Mike has most of them, but we try to use this forum to get all of our thoughts together so we can all benefit.
Absolutely, and that's a great idea to do that. I mean, what Mike is doing is wonderful. And Mike, it's fantastic that you are have allowed me to come on to this. You know, if you want to see some really good apps that have been done specifically for preachers, you can look for Preachers Trainer. That's one that we developed, and another one is called Buddy Bell Ministry. Another one is Zoe City Church. You know, if you look up COM F5 on there, you'll find all of these. There's every time I turn around, there's another. We've got maybe a dozen different organizations, churches and ministries that are on there that you can look at, and you get an idea of exactly what our apps can do. I don't know the power behind the apps that you currently have because I haven't really looked at it thoroughly, but it sounds like what Mike was telling me is that you can do a lot of the stuff that we do. I'm not sure though. But you know, you can take a look at these because they have a lot of different ways of marketing to your organization, your congregants, and that would give you a good idea.
Well, I'm not the head pastor. I'm just on staff, but I could talk to my pastor and see what he says.
Sure. And if you need to get a hold of me to ask further questions, just let me know. Mike can always, refer you to me just to, be a sounding board if you need it.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you, Deborah.
No problem. Anyone else have any questions? Well, Mike, it sounds like I've been able to answer the questions that were available there.
You were fantastic there, Deborah. We really appreciate the information you've given us. I think you've, more than anything else, which is probably my goal for tonight, was that you've helped people understand exactly what mobile app can do for them. You know, what they can do with a mobile app, and how it can benefit them. Not only that, how it can benefit their customers too as well. So it's I really, really appreciate you coming in here tonight and sharing with us from your knowledge. And I don't know. Does anybody else have anything else they want to ask Deborah before I let her go? All right. Well, Deborah, with that, I'll say you can hang around if you want to. We're always glad to have you in here anytime. But if you got other things going, we'll release you here now, and we appreciate what you've done for us.
Sure, Mike. Well, no problem. I really appreciate you having me on here. And again, just give me a jingle if you have any other questions about the mobile apps. And I look forward to talking to you again.
We appreciate you being
Thank you. Bye.
here. Goodbye. Does anybody else have anything else you want to bring on tonight? That was my big thing I had for tonight. I know Deborah's not part of our team. She's not part of the Steinforth, but I did think she had some insights that she could bring to us about how to use the mobile apps and what you can do with them. Uh, they're just extremely powerful. They're powerful marketing tools that can be used in just about any industry out there for any purpose. And I want to encourage all of y'all to go to our team website, and right under the first video there's a link there. Download our mobile app if you haven't done so already. I do try to send out information and notices and call notices and things like that on there. I really, as more and more people download the app, it'll become more and more useful to all of us as a team, as a communication tool. So I want to encourage everybody. All you have to do is just go there. It says download Team One mobile app free. All you have to do is just go click on it, and it'll download to your mobile phone. With that, I'm about run out of words here. I needed to open it up to someone else and let someone else share their words of wisdom with us.
Mike, I just wanted to say I appreciate you bringing Deborah in here today. And I wanted to say something I came across this week that really impacted me. Something I heard on a Skype chat room from a different company. But it's something I said last week about relationships, and that's that whatever you're doing, make sure you pay attention to what the person is saying to you, and let them know that you're interested in what they're saying, and that you're interested in helping them, not what they can do for you, because so much of the world is concerned about, well, what have you done for me today? And that's the wrong approach. People want to feel like you care for them, like you feel like you want to help them. And if you have that attitude, the world will come to you and beg for your attention. And I heard it from, I don't know if you ever heard of this guy named Mark Januszewski. He's out in Hawaii, but he calls himself the world's laziest networker. And he has some great ideas. And
I
because
need to talk to him. I think I know some people who give him a running for his money. But
well, Mark has been sharing with me for 3 days now, and so I've learned that people are interested if you're interested in them, and also if they think you have something you can offer them to help them, that they will beat a path to your door. I really believe that with all my heart, that people are so needy today. I mean, we have a welfare system that's basically draining away a person's desire to work, and that's not good. We need to help people all we can, get out from the ruts and from the graves, and that basically a rut is a grave with the ends knocked out. So that's what I heard somebody say many years ago. But I'm just, I think Dexter said that, didn't he?
I think so.
Or Doug Weed, or one of his people said it. But we just need to remember that people are very needy today, and if they think you have something for them, they will run to you, not walk, but they will run to you and ask for your help. And it's up to us to give that help, and not carry them over the finish line, but help them to see the finish line so they can run towards it.
Show them the way.
Just show them the way. That's it, Mike. And that's all I wanted to say tonight, but thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate you coming in here with that words of wisdom. I might add to that people really don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. My wife's grown and she's in the background. She's heard me say that so many times. But it's true. It's very true. And that's what we need to do, is we need to show people how much we care about helping them solve their problems. And when we show them how we can solve their problems with the products and services that we have, then they're interested in listening to what we have to show them. Don, have you got anything going on new this week? I got a question I want to ask you in a minute.
No, nothing really new. Ask away.
IBO Exchange. I assume everybody's using IBO Exchange, and I'm of course constantly on IBO Exchange with a computer running in the background here, and one of the people I see on there all the time is Don. Of course, there's another one on this call I see on there quite a lot too, and I don't know, I've just been looking at the numbers here and things like that, and I can't see where any of my ads have been displaying. At least if they are, nobody's hanging around long enough to earn the coins from them, because my coin total is growing and growing and growing. And coins is points, of course, we know, not real coins, but that total is growing tremendously, and it doesn't seem to be going down any at all, which kind of tells me that nobody's seeing my ads, and when I go...
Doug said to tell you you're not the only one, Mike.
You're not the only one.
I'm not the only one. Well, since I see so many of them from Don on here, I would just wonder if Don had any words of wisdom that would help me, and apparently help the team get their ads seen a little bit more often. Is there anything special you're doing that I don't know about?
Well, I guess you'd say I'm buying them because I got them set for 10 coins. And those are the only ones that really get the most activity. Now, I haven't been spending the time, I would say in the last 5-6 days that I was. But when I am on there, I usually see you, Mike. But I have to be on there quite a while, It goes through a cycle.
Yeah.
And you will eventually show up, and then most of your ads are, I'll see them all at the same time. They'll be on the same page.
Right.
If you follow me.
Yeah, I do.
I see Dave quite a bit, Reverend Dave. I see him quite a bit. I don't think I've ever seen Sandy.
I don't believe I've ever seen one of Sandy's either. And, well, yeah, I have, but it's been a while since I've seen one of Sandy's, and I just, I'm looking at one of Dave's right this very moment. I just clicked on one, and
That's depressing.
you can look at the total exchanges for each one of them, and when you looking over in your IBO exchange program, and all my exchanges keep saying 0, 0, 0, 0. Right now, I've only got 4 ads out there. I tried putting 20-something ads out there, and that didn't make any difference. So I cut down to 1. That didn't make any difference. So I've added 2 or 3 more in there. Just trying to see if I can generate something. I didn't know if there was some kind of magic trick or something I didn't know about. or just
all I'm doing is got the ones I really want seen. I've got them marked at 10,
Yeah, well,
and they're the ones being seen most.
I have all of mine marked at 10. Actually, like I said, my point total is added up. So far, I'd do more than 10 if they'd let me. But that seems to be the most I can do. But it doesn't.
Yeah, I wonder how that works because I've never seen any of them marked at 10.
No, they all marked at 9. I don't.
All marked at 9. But I guess if you place them, with 10
That's
coins,
the profit margin.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I think they get seen more or something. Like right now, I'm in the cycle of Reverend Dave too.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of his. They're all 9s.
Yep. All of them 9. All of the ones I see from you say 9 too. But
Excuse me.
like I said, I just wondered if there was something that I didn't know about or that I wasn't doing that I could change to make it better.
Well, that's the only thing I'm doing, and I'm not getting really a lot of hits. It seems to come and go.
You ought
Like
to be
a
getting a lot
weekend.
just from me. I think a big
A
part of my
weekend.
total come from you.
More. Yeah, it could be. But yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of traffic either. But the ones that are getting it are the ones I've placed on 10 coins.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way I do any of mine now, and it still hadn't seemed to make a difference. At one time, I was getting 30, 40 hits a day, and then now all of a sudden
You
it
don't
didn't.
have them regulated in some way, do you? Limited?
No,
I know-
I did use those limits on there, but I had them set at maximum. But I've taken them. I've just disabled those altogether now. So
Yeah, I don't have them marked. Chris Karafotis is one I see a lot too.
yeah, I see Chris's, I see yours, and I see David's, not David, Dave's, and
I think people are buying the credits and then not clicking through. They're just using it as a convenience, and that the bulk of the people are doing that, and they're not being real smart because they're not putting it in for 9 or 10 for their allotment,
yeah,
and therefore they're not being seen because I'm not clicking on the things, and I've still got like 4,000 credits left over from last month.
yeah,
And I buy $25 once a month, and I didn't have to buy my 25 this month because I had something left over.
see, I'm
So I think people are not clicking on them.
I'm in favor of free. I haven't bought any other. I know I've earned every one of them by clicking, and
Right.
I've got right at 5,000 points built up right now.
hmm
And I don't know. Well, anyway, I was just wondering if anybody, had any idea what was going on. Why? Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's just not that much traffic into IBO Exchange here lately. Am I the only one out there clicking for everybody, or?
Weird.
That may be some of it that it's just not getting the traffic that it was when it was new.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting
See-
story. Here's an interesting story. It's a little off the subject, but I put a PR in last night. It was pretty late. It was probably 9, 10 o'clock. And it rejected it. It said that it was not original content, and there was a similar one on IDO, and I thought, similar? They're all similar. I mean, every one of our PRs has kind of got something from somebody else's,
Yeah.
And it was an original PR. I mean, I wrote it. I used something out of a realtor magazine. I did quote the magazine in part, but not the whole thing.
Well, if you give them credit.
So
that's
it
cool.
rejected it. So I went back and I redid it. I thought something's wrong, So I redid it and did the same thing. So I wrote a help desk ticket, and of course nothing happened. And I thought, oh, nuts, by now it's almost midnight. And I went into my social site just to see if there'd been any activity that I needed to know about.
Yeah.
And there were the two PRs, the same PR twice.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
one already had two. One
see.
already had two comments, and the other one had one comment. So what do I do? I thought, oh, good grief.
Collect
So I wrote them
comments,
another
both of them,
ticket.
apply 'em.
So if, I don't know. So what I did was I went to the wall and I just entered a new PR off the wall so that it's not there on the wall. But isn't that the craziest darn thing?
Yeah, I'm showing it right now. I have that page I talked about last week that has everybody's on there. And of course, the last two that you have are both identical here. It looks like, at least in title they are. So that's strange.
Oh my gosh. I had even changed the title on the second one, but it didn't even see the change in the title. So,
I've
you know,
run into
really,
the occasional
something's
glitch
going on at IBO that's like funky. I don't know.
I don't know. What'd you say, Don?
I run into the occasional glitch like that too. I think maybe they have growing pains.
Well, I'm sure of that. As much as we out there promote them, and they're growing. So I'm sure growing pains is probably a fact.
I'm glad they're growing.
Oh yeah, the more and more they grow, the more people seeing what we have out there. So.
Oh, what I started to say a while ago too on IBO Exchange, I keep track of the daily registered users.
Yeah.
And that's I'd have to add them all up to get an accurate average, but just off the top of my head, I think they're growing by about 10 a day.
Wow.
I don't really know the end result, but I'm promoting them every day. So I'm promoting the exchange every day because I feel like the bigger the exchange gets, the better it is for all of us. But
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It may just been, it was new to start with, and now a little apathy set in, and everybody's not getting there on a daily basis like they should. But
Well, one thing I've noticed too is a lot of people are promoting their own safe list and exchanges, traffic exchanges.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No, most of what I've seen is yours and Dave's. I hadn't seen their own, other exchanges being promoted on there, but I don't doubt that there is. But even that'd be all right if they go promote IBO on their exchange as well. So.
I'm seeing Michelle quite a bit too.
I have seen.
She's on.
I have seen a few of hers.
I've seen IBO Toolbox and IBO Exchange being promoted by Linda Elsie over on the World Profit side. So she's promoting it. It's getting noticed.
Well, that's good.
She's got the bulk of the people in World Profit are under her. She's got a mess of people.
I think she's the one that was trying to sell advertising on BWB. BWB was developed, I belong to that. It was developed so you could, it was a program to build your own leads, grow your own leads.
Yeah,
And she got on one Saturday and she's pushing buying advertising, and I thought, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of the program? It was crazy. I just thought, But it was Linda Holsey, I'm almost sure.
Well, I think she has so much money she doesn't care so long as she gets traffic. But I see her ads all over the place. And I don't know if you remember Ron Kaufman. He was a member of the winning team for a long time. And he was under her, directly under her. And he said she was signing up people like crazy. And he says she didn't care how much she had to spend so long as she had the traffic. And I heard that World Profit now has 1 million members. So apparently it's working.
Oh, that's that. I know the one you mean, because
You know where they have people on a call center and they try to talk you into buying a package and signing up under them? Linda Elsie is by far the largest recruiter in the business there.
Wow.
I don't know if she got married but she's still calling herself Elsie, and she mentions Italia in her ads, and then Robert is her son.
Oh.
So I don't know who Italia is, but Robert is her son and partner. It's hard to miss her. She gets around.
Right, I'll say.
Mike, I have to go. My son's getting ready to go to bed, so.
Alrighty. We appreciate you being here tonight. Appreciate your help earlier there. Does anybody
Night,
else got
Reverend Dave.
anybody else got
Night,
anything
Reverend
they
Dave.
wanna bring to the team tonight? Or David, you're being awful quiet down there. You got anything you want to say?
Well, I'm battling a ear infection and a headache.
We give you a
So
headache?
I was being quiet. No, you didn't get it to me. Yeah, I've got a question.
Okay.
I was in there in the back office learning about getting people's name, email address, and telephone number.
Some of Erica's training?
Yeah, I was learning from her,
Mm-hmm.
but how do you email that person? What do you do? Put it in the autoresponder without spamming them, or
You can't put it directly in the autoresponder. No, if you've used the reverse marketing like I wrote in my articles, or same thing there on some of Erica's stuff. What you do is you gather the right information. One thing, if you're using a safe list or something like that, and you're scanning their email and to gather the information, one thing you make sure you write down is their subject line, and you want their name, especially the first name. First name is critical, and of course their phone number if you can get it, and their personal email address. And then what you do is you send them, and on the website I've got a couple samples scattered around the website there. Either that or the training site, which is accessible through the website. But basically what you want to do is, just let them know that you're interested in knowing more about them, and you'd like to share with them a little bit about you. You don't come out and just throw up all over them with your emails and stuff like that, but just let them know that you're interested in knowing a little bit more, and be sure to use their subject line in a prominent place. I use their subject line as my subject line, and put an RE colon in front of it, which tells them I'm replying to the email that they sent me, and that way they.
okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was there today, and she said you can fill out some of them when you go to their websites. You can fill out those things, but I wanted to ask you, about if they email me, does it does become ethical for me to email them back, right?
If they contact you, yeah, it's not if you're just gonna throw up on them, okay? If you're just
No,
gonna
no, I'm not.
Okay,
No.
but if you and that's why I use their subject line and is my subject line. Put an RE colon in front of it, uh, because that way I'm replying. They know that I'm replying to an email that they sent me, and I don't. I don't throw out a whole bunch of links and stuff like that. I may put one in my signature at the bottom, but what I do basically is I just let them know that I received their email. I thank them for sending me their email, and tell them I'd like to talk with them more. Maybe share a little bit more information and stuff like that. So if they reply back to me, they're going to read that email to start with that I sent them. They're going to do it. They just do. And then when they reply back to me, then I've opened a dialogue that I can go back and forwards with them. And if I've gotten their phone number, which I really try to do, my next step is to say, look, we can go back and forwards on email all day long, but it takes a long time for this. Why don't I just give you a call? And very few people will say no. Most people say yeah, okay, go ahead. And that's how I got to talk to Deborah today. She actually sent me a Skype text message, and I knew she was wanting to pitch me with something, and so I told her at the time that I could not get back to her right then, and that was true. I was actually out in the car. I get Skype on my cell phone too, so but I did text her a little short message, told her that I was out, but right now but I would be glad to give her a call back this evening, and that's exactly what I did, and that put me talking, person instead of email, and by talking, I was able to discuss, what we did, tell her all about the winning team. I told her all about Stifort and what we did. I told her, and I talked to her and I asked her, about her and what she was doing and how she was going about doing it, and and then I realized that she had something to say that might be of interest to everybody on the team, so I invited her to the call. But that's how it started out, with her sending me, a text message. It wasn't an email; it was a text message via Skype. But I do the same thing. The my first email is just to set up a friendly conversation, a friendly communication, let them know that I'm interested in talking to them and learning more about them and sharing with them. And when they contact me back, I just simply tell them, look, email's kind of a slow thing to do. Now, how about if I give you a call? Most of the time when I talk to people, uh, it turns out good. It turns out good. And I really am serious when I say that I've never sponsored anybody in Tythorpe that I didn't talk to on the phone first. So, you know, it's just the way I do things, but it's building relationship. It's relationship marketing. It's not just the word you use, spamming. And if you just go right back to them and they send you their information, and if you go back, instead of letting them know that you're interested in talking with them and building a relationship there, if you just go back and like I said before, throw up all over them. If you throw your business out there in their face, if you throw your links and things like that, they're really not going to be interested in talking to you any further, and they definitely won't be interested in talking on the phone. My wife's sitting over here, and I don't want her to groan again, so I'm not going to use the same statement that I used a while ago. But
Okay.
but y'all know what that one is. So
Yeah.
that help
Uh,
you? Does that answer your question?
yeah. Yeah. That answered my question, but shouldn't I take those two links off of my IBO social page then?
Now,
Is
you
that
you
considered
should have.
showing up all over?
No, you should have two. Well, I haven't seen it recently. I can't, not today, so I can't tell you what what yours look like. But I'll tell you, you do have two opportunities. You have two opportunities right at the top of your PR. You've got visit website, and that's in the form when you're filling out the form up at the top. You can put a URL in there.
Okay.
Some place where you want them to go, and then I put in the winning team and down at the bottom, and I do it. I put the winning team professionals in text, and then I make that a a hot link. I make that a hot link, and so that it's clickable, and when people click on it, it takes them to the winning team site. Uh, that's what I'm promoting. That's me. That's what I want. I'm not telling you you got to make it to winning team site. I appreciate if you do. I got a dream of making the winning team a whole lot bigger than it is. But that's what I promote is the winning team. Winningteam.pro or winningteampros.com. And so you got 2 points there that they're not really even seeing a link. They know it's a link if they click on it. They know they can click on it, but they're not really seeing a link there. And unless it's just appropriate in the article to mention a link, if you got a link or something you want somebody to, that they need to go to, for the context of the information, then I don't add links, inside the body of my PRs most of the time. Every now and then I might, but I do put one in my signature, and like I said, it doesn't look like a link. It just says the winning team professionals. And up at the very top, I've got the visit website or view website, where I fill in the form. I put a URL in there. Sometimes it's winning team. Sometimes it's another site I might want them to go take a look at or something, or a particular page within the winning team site. I might send them to. But
Okay.
you know, basically, it doesn't it doesn't make my PR look like I'm throwing up all over them either. So
Okay.
sometimes my PRs get a little long-winded, uh, which I don't really recommend that either. You just it's you know I I failed. Uh, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but writing when the first year I was in college. Uh, it was I don't know what they call it now. It was some kind of English class, but I failed it because my whole grade, I didn't know it through at the time, but when we went in to sit down for the final exam, we were told to write and basically write an article about something, and I started writing. I wrote 12 pages. I was marked off a whole letter grade for each grammatical error in the article. Uh, wasn't nothing wrong with my article. It was great. I just wrote 12 pages because I still have that habit of doing things like that. When I get started writing, I don't know when to quit. And but anyway, so I really, really, really am a firm believer that a short PR and one that's interesting and light, uh, is a whole lot more effective than a great big old long one. Even though if you go read mine, you'll find they're great big long ones.
Uh, all right.
I'm not the expert on these though. You do know that we do have the expert here on the call.
Yeah, I know. I know the one. Pretty good there. He commented on my PR, told me that nobody knows what it's like until they lose a child. You know,
That's true.
just recently. I appreciated that.
He could probably, you know, feel with you a lot better than others because he's experienced that. I've lost children in my family that were closer, that I was pretty real close to, but they weren't mine. They were my nieces, nephews, and things like that. So but I have lost a brother. So, but it's it's still not exactly the same. And Don's probably closer to sharing with you than anyone else there.
Yeah, my daughter passed away. It'll be 4 years in June. So I understand what you're going through, David.
Yeah, and I don't feel too great right now. I got a bad infection in my ear, and my head hurts. But I'm here.
You are here. I appreciate it, and I promise you, you'll benefit from it.
Yeah, I've learned today quite a bit.
I try to bring. I try to bring things. I know Don and everybody else tries to bring things to these calls. I don't try to make them structured and formal. I try to keep them light in question and answer format, but I do try to bring valuable information to these calls. And we're pushing up on an hour. Has anybody else got anything you want to bring out tonight, or? I do appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate everybody indulging in me bringing in a stranger to the team, but I really felt that she had some information to share that was of interest to the team. Anyway, and if you hadn't gone and downloaded the Team One app, go do it.
I got the Team One app and the Skype thing on my smartphone, so I got both of them.
Very good, very good. Well, with that, unless someone else has anything, I'm going to say good night. Appreciate everybody being here. We'll be back again Thursday night. Remember tonight, Friday night, Saturday night, 10 o'clock, there's the Stifort webinars.
Okay.
With that,
Good
good night.
Well, thank you,
Good night,
Mike.
everybody. God bless.
To stop your conference recording has stopped.